Arg, me hearties, I'm back! Today we shall be doing area of trapezoids, rhombuses, and perimeter of trapezoids and rhombuses. 10.6. Arg! So, before we swabs the deck, we need to learn how to find the height and the average of the two bases of a trapezoid. Arg! So make sure you stop the video and do your practice problems and ask me if there's any questions. Good night, me mateys. Arg!
All right, we're doing area and perimeter of rhombuses and kites. Rhombus, of course, is a four-sided figure, probably without 90-degree angles. A kite is usually just a figure that has both a top. It has two sides that are the same on the top and two sides that are the same on the bottom. And that's usually what a triangle makes. You can notice that we have diagonals drawn in them. A diagonal is going to go from point to point and divide each quadrilateral into 4 squares. All right. One thing I always want you to notice about a rhombus and a kite is that it can be looked at as a big rectangle, but it is half of a rectangle. Okay? Even if it's not perfectly square with all 4 sides the same, it's about, that's a really bad one. It's about half. Okay? There, that looks much better. It is half. Because if you flipped over this side and put it there, this side there, this side there, this side there, yeah, you can see it's half. Same with this one that has 4 equal sides. Okay? So it's half. And why is that useful? Because when we want to figure out the area of a rhombus or a kite, we just have to multiply the diagonals times each other and take half of that. All right? So some of this is kind of confusing right there, but let's go right here. You can see the formula. Area is half diagonal 1 times diagonal 2. So if they tell you how long it is, and I add, or I multiply that times that, and take half of it, multiply times 1/2, or divide by 2, same thing, I'm going to find my answer for area of a rhombus or a kite. So let's look at this one here. Clear my ink. And I have, I have these degrees and I have sides, and that's not as important right now. We're going to talk about perimeter in a second, but what we're really looking for is area. You can see here's one rhombus. This is how tall this diagonal is, and this is how long that diagonal is right here. And like I said before, if we take diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, so I take 24 times 16, big math, $384. And now I have to divide it by 2. It's 19. Okay, and bring down my 4. That's 2. 192, just like they have, 192 units squared. Now, you can also do the shortcut. Let me just do the shortcut right over here. Since I'm going to be dividing by 2, I can take one of the diagonals and divide that by 2 right away. You can take 24 times 8. How do I do that? Took 16 and divided by 2 before I started. See how that works out. 16, 19, 192. Look at that. I got my answer. A little shortcut. That's taking half of one of the diagonals right away before I even get started. Okay? How can I do perimeter out of that? Well, perimeter would just be finding the outsides of all those parts. And you can see that it says by those little lines, the outsides are all equal. Boom, 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 boom. And they're 14. So I can take 14, 14, 14, 14, add all those up. And I get 16, carry the 1, 56. Okay? Some people know the shortcut of taking 14 times 4 since all sides are the same, but I'm a little apprehensive about that because that makes people want to put squared because we multiply them. It's not squared, it's just 56 units. Okay? Questions? Okay, let's do another one. There's another example. You see my diagonals are 9 and 18. I'm going to multiply those together and divide by 2. Or I can do my shortcut and take half of one of them right away. Ooh, that looks like a good one to take half of. Half of, or divide by 2, half of 18 right away is 9. So it's 9 times 9 is 81. 81 units squared. That's pretty easy for area. How do I do that, remember? Diagonal 1 times diagonal 2, and then half of that. Or shortcut, take half one of them right away. Now, how do I do my perimeter? Take all the sides. Looks like 15, 15, 8, and 8. Add all those up. So my perimeter equals 15 plus 15 plus 8 plus 8. 15 plus 15 is 30. 8 and 8 is 16. 30 plus 16 is 46 units. Okay? Let's do a couple guided practices for you. Okay, there's one. Find the area of this figure. Okay? Right there, and then the perimeter. Well, I have 40 and 52. I know I have to take the diagonals times each other and divide by 2. I'm going to cheat and do my shortcut and take half of one of them right away. I'm going to take 52 times 20. Okay? All right. I want you to work this one out and see if you can find the area and the perimeter. Okay, hopefully you multiply these two together. You got 4. Got 1,040 units squared. Okay? For perimeter, hopefully you multiplied. You can see these are the same, so that means this side equals 35. That's the same, so that means this side equals 25. And I have 35, 35, 25, 25. We'll add all those up. These two equal 50, these two equal 70. Add those together, I get 120 units, not units squared. Okay? One more. Figure out the area. Ooh, they made it a little bit more difficult this time. This right here is 5. That means to find the whole diagonal, that means this must be 5. So this whole diagonal right here is 10. This diagonal right here, 12 plus 6, 18. Now I can do it. I'm going to take half of one of them right away. I'm going to take half of 18 and make that 9. Multiply it times the other diagonal of 10. Pretty easy math, 90 units squared. Okay, had to find the diagonal first. Now, perimeter, you can see that we have sides the same. So that's, here's area. Perimeter equals 8, 8, looks like 13 and 13. Add that together, 8 plus 8 is 16, plus 3 is 19, plus 3 more is 22, carry the 2, end up with 42 units for perimeter. Okay, good luck on your assignment. We'll do a couple practice problems when we get started.